Something a bit random today. I decided at the last minute that I'm going to try and do the Champions League draw, which has literally just started. I do random wacky stuff like this without giving it a moment's thought. So, yeah. So my missus just came home, and I just said, "Can I go and do a live stream, please?" And she said, "Yeah, go on then." So I said, "Cheers." So I've left my missus and my son downstairs, and yeah, I'm going to try and navigate people getting who the other people get. I'm an old man. I haven't got a clue how this thing works, quite honestly. But yeah, they're just doing it now at the minute. So I'm just going to threads of got maybe just have a general chat for anything that's on about Liverpool and stuff. So they've just done. So obviously, the way the Champions League works now is there's this ridiculous group phase, um, was on for like a million years. And there's like 9 or 10. So you have like the 27, 28 people. I think it's, is it 27? 27 clubs? Oh no, it's 28, I think, possibly. But they all get split off into sections of 9 or something like that. In fact, no, I'm telling a lie. It's 9, 8, yes, it's 36, I think, isn't it? And then they split them into 4 leagues, but within the league, and it's all very, very complicated. We actually won next year in terms of the pot, but then we basically got presented with Paris Saint Germain, and it's just like, wow, that's just really not cool at all. So yeah, I'm gonna try and see if I can get through this. I've got the live feeds on. I'm gonna have a look at various websites. I won't name who for obvious reasons. So if I'm looking down at my screen, it's not me being rude, but I'm just trying to like look to see what's going on, basically. Um, yeah, so the drawing. So we've got Chelsea at the minute. Bayern, I think, is that right? I'm not too sure. I think at the end I was going to try and like write this down as I go along, but it's like I said, I'm a very old man, and basically I remember the days when the European Cup was to draw between like I don't know, like 18 sides or something. And you played legs and you played away legs, and that was basically it. And then you got to knockouts, and then the finals would be whatever basically. So here we go. Um, Bayern Munich's opponents are. Oh, so Bayern Munich's opponents are Chelsea at home, Paris Saint Germain away. Sorry, I have graphics and stuff, so just look on your own phones. Um, Bayern Munich have got at home, Paris Saint Germain away, Club Brugge at home, Arsenal away, Sporting at home, PSV, Union Saint Gilloise, who we played in the Europa League a couple of years ago, I think, and Paphos away. I mean, sure Bayern will get through, but that there are a couple of hard games in there. I suppose top line headline is Harry Kane will have to go back. Is he going back to Arsenal? Yeah, it's so Bayern have got Arsenal away, so Harry Kane has to go back to the Emirates. Oh dear, bad luck, Harry, mate. Let's have a look. Hi, Mr. Monkey Boy. How you do? Let's have a look. Chelsea are up next. So Chelsea. Oh, that's a bit tasty. Chelsea will play Barcelona at home, Bayern Munich away, Benfica at home, Atlanta away, Ajax at home, Napoli, Paphos at home. Bloody hell, poor Paphos. And Karabag away. I mean, again, you would have thought Chelsea should be. I mean, basically, if you get, what is it, 12 points, you're basically through. So, you would have thought Ajax, there should be Paphos and Karabag, there should be the rest of them, though. Barcelona at home, Bayern away, Atlanta away. That's let's try and go on another feed. If I can see one going. Obviously, again, I can't say who I'm watching for obvious reasons, but yeah. bearing in mind I'm a Liverpool fan, you can probably guess what I'm looking at, but I can neither confirm or deny. Right, let's have a look. I was going to say as well, while I'm on, um, so I usually just do like a Liverpool podcast for those of you who are subscribers and non-subscribers. I haven't been able to do it for a couple of weeks just of the volume stuff that I've been doing. So don't just cover Liverpool. Basically, my channel, Geek Meta 7381, is well, basically it's pro wrestling, comic cons, toy hunts, football stadiums. I've just been to a couple this last week actually. I went to the Arsenal. Um, where else have I been? I went to because we went to the family holiday, so I went to Arsenal, West Ham, and Tottenham in the last 10 days. And also during that time, I've been to see AEW, and I went to see WWE in Leeds last night. Um, so yeah, I do all sorts of different stuff on the channel. So you know, I was telling you that for. Oh yeah, no. So Liverpool podcast, but yeah, so I usually do like a Liverpool podcast on Monday, but because I've been traveling and stuff and going to lots of different events, I just haven't had time to do it. So I'm gonna upload this as kind of a podcast for the week, kind of thing, and then with things calming down a little bit, I'm going to try and get back into regular podcasts and Liverpool live streams. So I'll try and do one for the Arsenal match. Let's have a look. Etzer. Hi, Etzer. How are you? Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How about yourself? Um, Here's another one. So, Real Madrid have got. Oh, that's well good, that is. My name is Drew P. You nearly got me there. You nearly got me, oh sons. You nearly got me, mate, because I've had about 2 hours sleep today. I very nearly read that out. Yeah, well played, sir. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, we've got one of our people. I'll just read the Man City thing first. So that's the thing. So basically, do pot one first, so you end up seeing all the groups. So we're actually in pot one. I probably should have explained that at the time. So last team's semi-finalists. So Inter Milan are facing us. So we've definitely got Inter. That way, that's not great. Borussia Dortmund away, Arsenal at home, Madrid away. That's tough actually. Slavia Prague at home, Ajax away, Carrot, Carrot Almighty, and Union ran away. Uh, CM Punk fan and Man U fan. Uh, Mate, you are literally you're about as wrong as you could possibly. Just bear with me a second. I'm definitely not a Man United fan, mate. I cannot stand Manchester United, and I thoroughly enjoyed their humiliation against Grimsby Town last night. So yes, no, definitely not. Definitely not. Uh, I think we might have been drawn actually. Um, Hi Ashley, how you doing? You alright? Yeah, I think we may have been done. I'm just trying to see who it actually is that we've got. Well, we've definitely got Inter Milan. I can tell you that now. That'll be a good match actually. To be fair, just for the stadium and everything, the history. Let's have a look. How's the scene in England from Canada? A lot of Indians in South Half. I I don't know where it stands to be honest. Scene in England is yeah, it's bleak and it's raining and it's England. So yeah, no, yeah, England's got quite a bit of inner turmoil at the minute, shall we say? Right, I'm just gonna go. Ah, got it. Here we go. Right, okay, folks. Breaking news. So you've got to be kidding me. That is even funny. Wow. So I'll read you eight, and I'll read you seven, and I'll read you the last one in a minute. So we're playing Atletico Madrid, PSV Eindhoven, should be all right. We'll get the travelling Karabag, which is great. Arna, you just leave the whole team out for that one. And away at Inter, we've got, oh, bad luck to you. We're going to Frankfurt. So, yeah, obviously Hugo Ekitike has just come from Frankfurt. We've also got Marseille. That might be quite difficult. And Galatasaray. Those aren't brilliant. And top headline is we're playing at home against Real Madrid. So for fans who are watching this or will end up watching it, I know who plays for Real Madrid. I would have thought that person is currently spoiling, crying in a dark corner. Yes, obviously, of course, I'm talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold, who thought that he was well away from everything, but Trent Alexander-Arnold will be back to Liverpool in the space of the next 3 or 4 months, whatever. I may have to actually see if I can get a ticket if money allows. Even if we lose, I think that possibly might be one of the most hilarious things of all. So look. It's actually not the best draw in the world, to be honest. Yeah, for anyone who's just joining, just to reiterate, Liverpool will play Real Madrid at home, Inter Milan away, Atletico at home. So we've got both of the Madrid people. We've got Eintracht Frankfurt away. Oh no, it's not Ekatike, is it? Was he Frankfurt? Possibly, I don't know. PSV at home. Well, I mean, you'd like to think that would be easy enough 3 points. Galatasaray away, which isn't great to be honest. Karabag at home and Marseille away. I actually think that's worse than our draw last year. I mean, basically going through it. Let's have a look. Oh Sons, I guess soccer is big out there. You watch hockey, NHL. I don't, oh Sons, to be honest. No. The only connection I have with hockey is that CM Punk mentions it loads because he supports a team in name. Is it the Black? Is it the Bulls or something? I don't know. Because Punk was on a podcast talking about it for like 40 odd minutes, so I listened. And that's the one, yeah, Chicago Blackhawks, yeah. But no, but unfortunately, I think I tried to play it once and I fell in the net or something like that. It was a bit embarrassing, but still. But yeah, no, just to go through those ties. So, like, obviously, Real Madrid, we played at home last year, and we have a bit of a relationship with them at the minute. So for a start off, you've got Ibu Kanate having to go up Real Madrid Football Club, who, bearing in mind, they are um, basically, well, looking to try and nick yet another free transfer. Um, that's going to be interesting for when he plays. Obviously, lost matches to them over the last 10 or so years, including in finals, which is not cool, quarterfinals, me to them once or something. But obviously the really interesting thing is Trent coming back. Now, I I've been saying for ages I could see this mile off. I think Trent just thought to himself, right, I can get away from Liverpool for 3 or 4 years. They don't see them. I don't see them. They don't see me. Then basically, hopefully, my reputation will be a little bit restored, and maybe I can finish off my career at Liverpool as like a reserve. I don't know whether Trent thinks that. I don't know. That's just blown that out of the water. He is go pelters. Um, I don't particularly want Trent myself. I think booing's okay. I just hope it's not horrendous for him. As when I say horrendous, I mean as in people lobbing things from stands. I don't want anything like that because about Trent, I don't want any sort of harm or anything to come from. I'm not. I'm sure there won't be anything, but the incident with Semeno recently, I know that was only one complete arsehole, but like, yeah, I do worry a bit for that one. I mean, it's quite sad that I would imagine the security people are going to have a bit of a think about it, and really is a shame that that even needs to be thought about. But obviously, it's a consideration. So yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold is coming back to Liverpool, but not as a Liverpool player. So there we go. Inter Milan away, obviously that's really difficult. Look, they got to the Champions League final last year. They are the most appalling Champions League finalists that I have ever seen in the history of my life. But you have to what they did last. How on earth they got through that Barcelona tie? With like remaining, I mean that was one of the best games of football I've ever seen. So they're very, very dangerous. So I mean, looking at that already, you're talking we could come at those to a point. Madrid at home, obviously we've struggled against them. So obviously we lost the game just before the shutdown for COVID, which was ridiculous because it should never have been played in the bloody first place. But there's a certain individual who is no longer in government who was not taking it seriously at the time. So, track Frankfurt. I don't know if I'm getting confused, but I think is that Ekatike's old club. I said it was, and then I'm starting to think maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know if he came from Eintracht Frankfurt. I want to say he did. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. You'd imagine that should be a win. So I'm just going through worst case scenario at the minute. So let's say you lose at home to Madrid, points where into should hopefully beat Atletico because I don't think they're as good as they used to be back in the day. Eintracht Frankfurt, that's 7 points. Again, not being disrespectful. PSV Eindhoven, to be quite honest, I don't know anything about PSV at the moment. Obviously, I used to know them from back in the day and they had loads of decent players. But I couldn't tell you anything about them. Obviously, that was the slightly disastrous debut. I think that was the one for our newest centre back, Ahmed Marlowe, who, how to put this politely, started his Liverpool career sent off by kicking another fellow professional carrots and onions. Is the politest thing I could say. Look, obviously it wasn't his fault, and that's. I hope he can play for Liverpool one day because I wouldn't want him to be because he is going to be a quiz question unless he plays again for Liverpool. Yeah, we lost that 3-2, I think, didn't we? Yeah, you'd imagine PSV. We should. I mean, that should be 10-ish points. You'd imagine. Oh, Karabag's at home. Ah, good, excellent. Oh, I was getting worried there actually because the travel and everything. So obviously that's Romania, I think. Karabag. No, Karabag's at home. Thank God. Which is interesting for those of us who would like to go and see the Champions League because I would imagine the interest in Real Madrid would be slightly more than Karabag. I don't know, maybe. So that maybe puts us on 13 points. Marseille, I'd imagine we should beat them, so maybe 15, 16 points. The one I'm slightly concerned about, actually, funnily enough, is Galatasaray away. I mean, we should be beating Galatasaray at the end of the day because we should be beating people in Turkish league. I mean, again, no offence to them whatsoever, but They have got a number of very good footballers. I think Osserman's just gone back there as well, so that's going to be tough. I'm going to say Liverpool are going to get 15 to 16. I don't see us winning every single match at all, to be honest. Know what can happen with the draw. Maybe Arnold will not. Well, we not that he won't take it seriously, obviously, but I mean, hopefully we can get Karabag at home first, and then maybe Marseille away, and then PSG at home. That's good. Um, yeah, no, it's quite a tough one actually. Let me just have a look at the comments. Oh, Roblox Cat, hi, are you good? Yes, I'm fine, Roblox Cat. How are you? Um, just looking at our champion at the minute. What else? Oh, right. I'll come back to Liverpool, but Barcelona. So they're the next top seed. Uh, oh, that's outrageous. That is. Oh no, actually, no, it's not that bad to be fair. Barcelona are playing Paris Saint-Germain at home, Chelsea away, Eintracht Frankfurt at home, Club Brugge away. Good grief, Club Brugge. Um, Olympiacos at home, Slavia Prague away, Copenhagen at home. Yeah, they should be right. And oh, Newcastle away from home. So the Geordies, obviously back in the Champions League again. Who we, in case you didn't know, beat 3-2 the other day, and Rio Ingamoa scored a goal in the 99th minute, or the 100th minute, which I don't need to talk about, but it was brilliant. Um, yeah, you can imagine Barcelona with get they should be getting 6-7 wins, so they'll be absolutely fine. Manchester City, uh, toughish actually. So Manchester City will play Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid away, Bayer Leverkusen at home. That's Eric Ten Hag. So Eric Ten Hag has to go back to Manchester. Do you know that this is one of the times I might actually want Manchester City just to give Bayer Leverkusen a good beating. However, obviously Bayer Leverkusen technically have one of, well, I say one of our players, he's not our player anymore, but Gerald Kwanzaa. So Gerald Kwanzaa will be coming back to England. Um, I mean, obviously that the deal with Kwanzaa was um, we've basically got first right of refusal, so the buyback clause thing. I think Kwanzaa's buyback was something like 50 million, so maybe I reckon they might still be denying him. To be honest, I think maybe they're thinking, right, well, just in case anything goes wrong with Slot, and then Gerald Kwanzaa becomes a full England international in the next 2 or 3, maybe if Slot has gone, which obviously I don't want him to go for a very, very long time, but if he does, maybe the next manager fancies him. Maybe Arnold will change his mind on him. I don't know, but yeah, Gerald Kwanzaa will be coming back to England. So Man City will also play Villarreal away. Oh, Napoli at home. That's a bit tasty. Bodo Glimt away, Galatasaray home, and Monaco away. Yeah, I think Man City will be fine. The Napoli game will be extremely tough for them, but I think they'll be absolutely fine, to be honest. Let's have a look. Diggy Jackson. Do you think will be our top scorer this season? Mo Salah. No question. Although to be fair, I mean, TK's got what 3 if you include the Charity Shield, which I don't. But in the league, he's already got 2. Mo's got. I'm trying to work it out now. Mo's got 1. TK's got 1. Gakpo's got 1. Chiesa's got 1. Who scored the other night? Rio's obviously got 1. Ekatike's now got 2, and I cannot for life remember who scored the first goal now. I don't think it was Salah. Look, to be fair, I'll just say Digi because I can't pronounce it. It could be Ekatike. I mean, he does look really, really good, but I would trust and expect that it would be Mo Salah, mate. To be honest, I can't see anyone. Well, in the league, I mean, Haaland maybe he's got a chance, but I just cannot see anyone in our squad outscoring Mo. I mean, I could be completely wrong, and I have been before. Who knows? But there we go. So we've got next one is Paris Saint Germain will play. Cool, that's tasty as well, actually. That's very tasty. Paris Saint Germain will play Bayern Munich at home, Barcelona away, Atalanta at home, Bayer Leverkusen away, Tottenham Hotspur at home, Sporting away, Newcastle United at home, and Athletic Club away. You'd expect PSG to go through the quality of it. That's really difficult, actually. I mean, looking at that, I mean, I don't feel we'll beat Barcelona away from home. Sneaky suspicion that Atalanta might get something off them. Bayer Leverkusen, whatever you think about Ten Hag's going to be difficult. Tottenham at home, obviously they've just beaten them in the Super Cup, haven't they? Sporting away is tricky-ish. Newcastle at home, that's going to be a right match. So Newcastle off the top of my head have already got what, Barcelona and Paris Saint Germain, I think. So that is difficult. Let's have a look. So we've just got Bayer Leverkusen are in the top seeds for some reason as well. Not sure why. So Bayer Leverkusen, that's outrageous. That is. Oh no, actually, it's not that bad. Bayer Leverkusen will play Paris Saint Germain at home, Manchester City away, Villarreal at home, which is Thomas Partey. There's a Ghanaian, no comment. Benfica away, PSV at home, Olympiacos away, Newcastle at home. Right, so Newcastle have also got to play Bayer Leverkusen and Copenhagen away. Yeah, Bayer Leverkusen will be all right. Would have thought. Arsenal play. Yeah, they should be all right. Arsenal. At home, which is obviously Harry Kane coming back. Atletico Madrid at home. I mean, if it had been away, that would have been tough. But Club Brugge away. Club Brugge away. Olympiacos at home. Slavia Prague away. Kairat Almaty at home. And Bilbao. Yeah, I think Arsenal will win every single game in that. To be honest, maybe they lose to Inter Milan. I think Arsenal. Do you know what? Looking at that, I can see there's a very good chance that Arsenal could actually end up winning, like the group stage, if you see what I mean. Yeah, I don't think I have any issue with that, to be honest. I'm not going to read all these out. Obviously, I'm gonna wait for the Newcastle and Spurs ones. But yeah, while I'm on, so yeah, obviously I missed the Liverpool match on Wednesday. So because, like I said, I do other content on my channel, which is a lot of pro wrestling. I was actually at AEW this Sunday. Cheap plug: all the vlogs and shorts are on my channel to watch that. If you want to go and check it out, it's just under Geek Boy Meta does wrestling. I'm just keeping an eye. And anyway, long story short, so I had to travel back from London because I had to do there to watch AEW. And I didn't actually get back until some ludicrous time. I think it was like 10 past 12 at night or something like that. Anyway, long story short, as the bus pulled away from London, the Liverpool match started. So I took the decision to turn my headphones off and turn social media off because I was like, I don't want to be in an enclosed space, basically roaring at Liverpool for losing to United. So I thought, right, just turn it off. So I got into Leeds, turned my phone back on immediately, and then I heard about Rio Ingamoa, and basically did a little celebratory dance in Leeds, just next to the St John Centre. If you live in Leeds, you know where that is. And then went for a couple of cheeky glasses of wine. So yeah, I was very, very pleased with that. Having seen the highlights of Liverpool, the only thing I would say is defensively again. I don't want to get on the lads' back too much because the one thing I would say is you've got to take the Diogo Jota thing that they are going through very seriously. I mean, I'm not saying they should be using it as an excuse, but it is a reason, and maybe it's just maybe the concentration's gone a little bit. So I think we do need to be a little bit understanding of what those lads have been through and what they're still going through, because a lot of us are not moving on with our lives. I mean, I've got my Diogo thing just there, and I've got my tributes to him all over. So I haven't moved on from it. But there will be a lot of fans who are just getting back into game mode, which is fine. Obviously, that's fair enough because we can't be sad about Diogo. Well, we can mourn him obviously, but we can't be sad about him forever. And I'm sure he won't. But I do think we need to cut the players a bit of slack if they have the odd game that's not very good. However, one thing I would say is if you take that aside, the defending for the last three matches, well, two competitive and one semi-competitive, has been pretty atrocious. I don't know what's going on with Ibu. To be honest, I don't know if the speculations affected him. I mean, that Real Madrid tie is not going to help matters at all. He doesn't look fit to me, to be quite honest. So I really hope that Mark Gay is en route, or there is a plan that's being made because Ibu doesn't look fit to me. Obviously, Joe's only just come back, and can Joe Gomez can play 40 games a season? Wouldn't have thought so, to be honest. Obviously, there's new lads come in, Giovanni Leone. You can't be asking an 18-year-old lad who's literally just switched countries to be playing 30 or 40 league matches. I mean, he is tall and he's big, built like a brick, something else, but obviously he doesn't know the league at the end of the day. So could you in for a bit? I mean, whoever our first League Cup match is, I would probably suggest it's a good idea to get him involved and maybe take Verge out because looking at this, Verge is going to have to do a lot of hard work. I thought looking at the highlights, I thought Sobo was really good. Ekatike again seemed to play very well from what I saw. Mo didn't stick, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, but the good thing is that we a lot of complaining about Liverpool, who are currently top of the table with 2 wins out of two, and theoretically we have just played one of our most difficult matches of the season. We've already got United away from home out of the road, and you're still going to have Arsenal and Manchester City who have to go to St James's Park. So that is one good thing. I mean, if we can come through Arsenal, if we can get a draw at worst, I think if you'd offered me 7 points out of those nine, bearing in mind we had Arsenal at home and Newcastle away, I probably would have taken that. Uh, yeah. So I think 7 points with Arsenal, that would be brilliant. Um, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But I think the lads need to tighten up at the bat a little bit. I mean, Gravenberg obviously scored that really good goal. He looked a bit rusty, but I mean, he's not played for us since, well, basically since April, has he? So yeah, I think when Gravenberg gets back up to speed, I don't think we'll have um the troubles that we're having basically. So we'll just have to wait and see. But look, if we can get through the Arsenal match unscathed and get 7 points out of nine, to be quite honest, I'll be more than happy with the any league draws. Um, Spurs one's just come out a minute, but if you're keeping an eye out, guys, sorry, a minute. Hi Johnny, you're all right. I shall read you. Um, The draw apparently will find out when who we're playing. So the 8 matches that we've got, we'll find out when we're playing basically on Saturday. I'm just trying to find out when on Saturday. Dates for the games will be confirmed on Saturday. Oh, right. So there's no time at the minute. Um, oh, what's Johnny got me checking here? Let me have a look. That would be good if we had some breaking news. Um, Before I do that, let me just very quickly, because I think this might be quite amusing. Turns out it's not amusing actually. I think Tottenham will be happy with that. So, Tottenham Hotspur, if anyone is interested, which I'm sure you won't because this is a Liverpool stream, but Tottenham will meet Borussia Dortmund at home, Paris Saint-Germain away, no chance. Um, Thomas Partey plays for them now. Going to get a very good reception. Eintracht Frankfurt away, Slavia Prague at home, Bodo Glimt away, Copenhagen at home, and Monaco away. Right. Could some, I'm a very old man, could you explain to me how on earth Tottenham, who haven't been in the Champions League for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, have managed to get that draw, and we've ended up with a draw with Rangers? That's it. That is absolute. How on earth have they got that draw? Insane. So I don't understand because I'm not watching the thingy draw. I've given up on that because fake Ranieri. I just don't understand him at all. Very, 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 very odd. Right, Johnny, let's have a look. Newcastle just bid 90 million for Nick Swolse. Oh, let me have a look. Let me go on to my Romano page. Ah, yes, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. They're saying it's their secret mission in Germany. Liverpool soon. I hope so, mate. Romano. Newcastle breaking. Oh, the Grimsby thing was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I absolutely loved it. I've watched basically in between looking after my son. I've been watching all the content, not from them. I've just been watching all the. I watched the um, coverage of Man United. Craig Burley and Shaka Hislop absolutely tore them a new know. Phil Jones. Just because I'm sorry, I just find it so amusing when Man United are in crisis because like they broke my heart when I was a kid, so I'm very very bitter towards them. Yeah, and basically the social media time of my day just looking and laughing at Manchester United because it to do so basically. I'm just trying to see if there's any more. Oh, yeah, here we go then. Right. So, nearly there, nearly there. Yeah, Nick Walter made. That's never heard of it. Stuttgart earlier this month. Yada yada yada. In the final of the Under 21s Championship. Uh, Sees Newcastle. So, yeah, so it looks like. Here we go. Yeah. 1 minute ago, it's just gone on Sky now as well. Agree fee for Stuttgart's Walter made. They have agreed to pay. Bloody hell! They've agreed to pay £16 up front plus 4 million in add-ons. The deal is a club record transfer. The player will to North East to undergo a med in the next 24 hours. Wait, well, that must surely mean. I think you might be onto something, mate, because if they've just spent Newcastle, literally just reading in between the lines here, Newcastle are up against it with PSR. I mean, they're in, I don't think they're quite in as bad position as the Villa, but they're not exactly in a brilliant position. Um, um, yeah, they're not in a brilliant position with it. So, reading between the lines, you would imagine that obviously they're going to need money to finance that deal. So obviously they're going to get money from the marks from player sales, but the obvious one's Isaac, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, you would imagine that there should be some sort of bid coming. Let's have a look. Man United, the only ones who think a big fish went to the one place they deal with big fish. I was shouting you on Jay's rent. Oh, thank you. He called me a lizard. Oh, that's not very nice. Um, oh, I have heard of James Redmond. I think in I might have, am I subscribed to him? I know the name sounds very familiar actually. To be honest, but I usually just stick with the Anfield Wrap and Redmen personally. So I shout out guys because I just think some of the guys on the is it Cop TV are okay, but it's usually just Anfield Wrap and Redmen. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if anything else has happened. I was going to say first because obviously our bit of the draw has been done, so I'm not going to be on for too long. So I have the exciting thing uh, going. That's how exciting my life is these days. Not going to the pubs or anything. Shopping for the wife, as you do. Is there anything else? We haven't had Newcastle. I'm just trying to reload it to see if we've had Newcastle's draw. Sporting. Yeah, I'm not going to read all these. That Napoli one, Napoli's is interesting. So Napoli have got there's some good games in there actually. Napoli will play Chelsea at home, Manchester City away, Eintracht Frankfurt at home, and Benfica away, and then they're PSV Eindhoven away, Karabag at home, and Copenhagen away. So you'd imagine Napoli would get through that. Now I'd be interested to see Napoli versus Chelsea. Um, Definitely Napoli versus Man City. That'd be a right decent game though. Oh, Napoli Man City. So not only is Trent going back to Liverpool, Kevin De Bruyne will be going back to face